and a warm welcome to Arthouse. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Coming up on today's episode, art and fine dining meet in celebration, an exhibition by SMO Contemporary Art at Arami in Lagos. To a solo exhibition by Tunde Owolabi, also in another part of the nation's commercial nerve center. We'll bring you details when we return in a moment. Do stay with us.
Memories like sentiment or emotions can be replaced, diverted, or it can simply fade away.
Let's begin with this exhibition of captivating works of art by SMO Contemporary in a space where art and fine dining meet in Lagos.
In a vibrant push to bring fine art into the heart of everyday life, SMO Contemporary Art unveils its latest exhibition themed Celebration. By stepping outside the white walls of a traditional gallery, the showcase transforms a modern urban space into a sanctuary of visual storytelling.
Celebration of the best of gastronomy as well as the best of African creativity. So it's a way of bringing art into places where people gather. Instead of waiting for people to go to museums or galleries, we believe it's the best to infuse art into spaces where there are no boundaries. Anybody can come and enjoy masterpieces of contemporary and modern art, as well as enjoy delightful food curated by international and local chefs, and really just enjoy the rooftop views. It's an incredible place. It's beautifully designed, and I think the art just pops.
The curatorial heart of the theme is a call to optimism. It encourages viewers to find moments of self-appreciation and resilience through the lens of African creativity despite the complexities of modern life.
Arami has an incredible diversity of art and creative expressions that remind us of what it means to celebrate who we really are. We are a great nation. We are very diverse people. We have incredible, vibrant expressions through art, through fashion, through music, through visual art, and all of this comes together at Arami. So SMO is particularly honored to be able to curate this space as a way of strengthening institutions, as a way of strengthening art within public spaces where people gather.
My work right here, Cultural Foundations, is talking about a celebration of a people, the very foundation of their being, right? So that's what ties my work to the theme celebration. I mean, the colors here are pretty much the basic colors: the yellows, the greens, the reds, blue, simple primary colors. But the complexity is in the material. So here I've used earth, I've used some dried green leaves, I've used pastel, I've used acrylic, and it's all on canvas. When you look at my artwork, I want you to look beyond just the aesthetics and go deep into meaning. My work kind of reflects the society that I live in. So when you look at my work, see it as sort of a mirror.
The exhibition features a sophisticated dialogue between established masters and emerging voices from Africa and the diaspora.
Africans, Nigerians in particular, they are creating artworks. They're not just mimicking what is going on outside Nigeria. What is going on now is really that this place becomes a place where the artists are nurtured, collectors are nurtured, and eventually this is going to be a very, very important place, a very important learning place where we will cite as a place where our culture, our art, our finances, and everything good that art brings to human beings is going to be developed and brought out for us to enjoy, and the rest of the world also to enjoy.
The walls you have behind me, you have the vessel is made with ceramic, and the other one is a bench made with wood. The bench, if I choose the bench, I put the title hospitality. So place where people can gather, sit, discuss, where people are welcome, yes, at home. And the ceramic, I think the title is wave. Wave meaning a certain moment where people together gather for something, like, yes, waving. I want it to be moved. Essentially, I want them to be moved. I want them to look at it for a long time. I don't want them to just sit and pass. I want them to be moved and stay, question it, to mostly question all the mysteries. Yes, yes.
The collection is a masterclass of materiality spanning intricate textiles, wood, and metal to more technical lenticular and mixed media works.
The work behind me, it is titled Heavy as Balloon, and it talks about a concept of agbefuye, which is like to carry it lightly. So when in this work, I'm using it to talk about in this modern world how we should be able to carry our trauma very lightly, not to be treated as something which is very heavy, because when it becomes heavy and we treat it in a heavy manner, it is what causes depression and later leads to some people's death. I want them to have a sense of reflection, and I want them to note that it is okay for us to be mindful of the decisions we make, and also there's a need for us to shouldn't treat the world as rigid as it is. We should take it lightly and carry our trauma very lightly.
My work is on Ule. I'm exploring Ule, which is a visual language within the Igbo tribe. The women of Igbo culture would use Ule as a visual language system for their bodies, for their homes, and for various purposes. And my work is exploring that lineage. So it's in kind of going back to have more meaning, to give more meaning as I move and evolve in this life. So Uli is the premise around this series, but it's called My Fifth Element because there's an essence that I'm exploring, being in that in-between, about who came before me, who I'm becoming based off of who came before me, and who I'm becoming based off of what I am interpreting that comes before me.
spatial narrative is further enriched by a diverse array of sculptural forms, from the permanence of bronze and the ceramic to the modern textures of fiberglass. Each piece is strategically placed to interact with the Lagos skyline, proving that high art can seamlessly inhabit shared social spaces.
A lot of people need to really think outside the box. They're so geared to going in one direction when they want to see art. But with Sandy and I, we're trying to collaborate the two, art and food, together. Because without one, you can have both of them in one space and really nourishes your soul by having those two things here. I'm an American. I've been in Nigeria for 23 years. But when I go abroad, a lot of people don't understand or expose, I should say, to Nigerian art. So when I came here, I fully immersed myself in it because it's something to be told. It's something for people to see. I just wish it was more out there for people to see.
As SMO Contemporary Art bridges the gap between the public and the profound, celebration serves as a reminder that art is not just to be viewed, but to be lived, offering a captivating atmosphere where every medium tells a story of connection and presence.
Lovely works of art there. And we're taking a moment now. Arthouse returns with more. Do stay with us.
And these are the works of art you sent in recently. Let's begin with Adekunle Mayowa's The River of Our Traditions. It's an acrylic on canvas piece. This next one is called The Glimpse of Paradise. It's an oil paint and acrylic on canvas piece. Optimistic, that's what Femi Afolabi calls this acrylic on canvas work. Emily Anyebunam is saying that this is another one, freshly baked. It's called Commercial Center. It's done with acrylic on canvas. Then Streets of Grey, the second in the series, is by Jide Akintunde, is an acrylic on canvas work. This oil on canvas work is titled Market Scene in African Setting. It's done by Tunde Abiodun. Then Tomiwa Adelagun says, may every bite fill us with gratitude as we share the quiet moments together with profound meaning. In this acrylic and digital on canvas work he calls Break Fast. Then Akim Mustafa has Water is Life, an oil on canvas work. Then we wrap things up with The Weight of We, an oil on canvas piece as well by Faith Gbaderu. And that concludes the works of art you sent in recently. We really appreciate you for sending them in and encourage you to keep them coming.
Our wordsmith for this week is titled Writer of Destiny by Anila Bukhari. Write something bright for those who experience 1,000 deaths each day. Write some smiles for those whose pillows are moist with tears each night. Write a few pure moments of love for those who could never call anyone their own. Write a few droplets of soothing dew on their lips. Write true happiness in their pounding hearts. Write the fulfillment of unrealized dreams in their eyes. Write floral bracelets of joy for their soft hands. Write swinging earrings of solace for their ears. Even if you write nothing else, dear Lord, you must write freedom for them.
Without Rest, The Crown We Gain is a solo exhibition of sculptural pieces, photographs and prints by this artist in Lagos.
Contemporary artist Tunde Owolabi is applauding the resilience of women by creatively interpreting their struggles in his new exhibition titled Without Rest, The Crown We Gain, currently showing in Lagos.
You know, I'm using these women on the street as my subject matter. You look at how much they put into what they do, the kind of strain on them, because they have to carry this burden on their head from wherever they're going, from their house, going to look for their daily bread. And it's without rest, because if they don't do this, they don't bring food to the table for themselves and for their family, and in turn for the economy. As informal as they are, they serve quite a lot of people, because the population of people that these women serve cannot be overemphasized.
The multidisciplinary artist, photographer, and designer was inspired by his observations of women's labor within the informal economy.
I think one of the first nudge for me was when I saw a woman carrying such a heavy load on her head. I think she was selling fish or something else, and you could see, and then she had a child, behind her, and the weight of what she was carrying was almost the same weight as what the child was carrying. And it's almost as if with the child, it's almost the double. I mean, when I say child, it doesn't mean a minor. I just meant that the child is, somebody who have come of age, but not as old as the mother, and having to carry the size of the child in comparison to what she was carrying was sort of astronomical as far as I'm concerned. But she carried it with so much grace, and you can imagine how many kilometers she would have to walk, because she can't get on a bus. If she got on a bus, she can't sell anything. So for me, that's like a crown that she has worn on her head as the queen of wherever kingdom that she is from, a house, a community, a household, and whatever. So that's where the title came from.
Each of his sculptures depicts the story of strong women observed in his environment, with the artist naming each piece after its specific muse.
Wood is the medium with which I wanted to show these works in a three-dimensional form. But the photography for me is for people to actually look at it and reference to what the wood carving are trying to say to you. So the wood carvings have been sort of deconstructed
not necessarily looking like a human form, but you can look at it with the basic shapes, with the deconstruction, and still tell that this is what this person is trying to talk about. But then having the photography, because photography helps you to freeze time. So I'm able to use the photography as a point of reference for the wood carvings.
The consistency of these hawkers and the value they place on their craft resonated with Owolabi, inspiring the collection's title.
So I'll start with Mama, what are you selling? So I remember growing up, my mom would say, please go and check if you can find somebody selling whatever, you know. And one day we were standing outside together, and you know, this woman had something on her head and we couldn't tell. You know, normally you will see what the person is selling. Maybe it's yam, it's pepper, you know. But in this woman's case, you couldn't tell what she was selling. I think on that day she was selling low-cost beans or something. And my mom, you know, looked at her and said, Mama, what are you selling? Kilenta. You know, and that stuck with me, you know, when I was giving. So when I made this piece, I looked at it. I wanted to work with terracotta, which is what it is. And then you see layers, you know, on some of them, you know, they layer some of the vessels with which they carry the product. And so I looked at the title, and that day came to mind, and I'm like, oh, let me put a bit of mystery to this and some humor into it. So that's where Mama Kilenta, you know, meaning Mama, what are you selling, came from. And then Mama Kemieleko is also from, you know, something that I've encountered. You know, growing up, you see these people hawking either Eko or Ogi, which is palm, you know, and Mama Kemi was, you know, one of those people.
Through sculptural form and visual documentation, this artist explores endurance, skill, and the specialized knowledge developed through sustained physical practice.
I want people to know that these people are a very important part of our community, first of all, and also to respect the fact that there's so much that these people bring to us. You see these people every day, we encounter them, but they are almost unseen because everybody's going about their daily lives. But it brings it brings forward to us that these people are very important to us. They are an integral part of our society, to our culture, and we must take, you know, importance to what they do and also respect them.
This exhibition is unique simply because of the material that we're engaging with. Wood as the primary source of medium. We also have fabric, we also have print on canvas. There's also a level of drawings that we find in some of the works, and this is so key for what we're seeing in the industry at the moment, in the sense that yes, wood has been in existence for a while, but you know, the way that this artist has sort of executed, executed his ideas using that medium makes it a bit more contemporary through the colors and the mixed media work that he has done. So of course this is unique.
I find the works interesting because it's a modern use of traditional materials. It's the sculptures are predominantly wood, but in addition to the sculptures being predominantly wood, some of the photographs that have been touched on with charcoal are also on ashoke. And the wide range of materials, let's just say a very versatile use of what's available in the country for artistic purposes. So kudos to the artists and kudos to the women who are spending a lot of effort trying to make ends meet.
Every carved figure in this collection was crafted using enthralling ancient materials, emphasizing the need for these entrepreneurs to be seen, recognized, and celebrated.
There's more to see and enjoy, but that's when Arthouse returns next time.
Next week on Arthouse. The Gregorian, an intergenerational art exhibition celebrating legacy, excellence, and continuity in Lagos. The Art of Photography, an exhibition by Tomiwa Adipetun at the Untitled Gallery in Lagos. The brilliance of the Nigerian art scene deserves a global audience. Join us in celebrating these extraordinary talents. Like, share, and follow our page to help bring their stories to the world.
Your Arthouse experience doesn't have to end where the show is not on television. Interact with us on our various social media platforms. See any edition of Arthouse on our website or YouTube page. Join our very interactive Facebook page by joining the group on Arthouse on Channels. We're everywhere.
That's Arthouse today. Thank you so much for being great company, and we look forward to seeing you on all our various social media platforms where the conversation continues as always. And remember, you can see this and other episodes of the program just by visiting our YouTube page. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Have a lovely day.